Hey everybody, I'm Doug Shoemaker with the Shoemaker Home Team at USA Mortgage. And like you saw last week, we have started introducing you to some of my industry friends, industry partners. I've been doing this for 27 years in the Fairview Heights, O'Fallon area, and I've built a lot of relationships, and especially for a lot of my military people coming into town that maybe don't know people yet. Rather than going to Dr. Google and taking your chances, rolling the dice on somebody actually taking good care of you, I'm here to share my relationships. So anything from lawn care to financial advisors, homeowners insurance, you name it. I know somebody that can take good care of you. And so I'm going to be introducing them to you 1 week at a time. And today I'm here with my good friend, Jason Stroede. He's with Clarus Wealth Management. Jason, why don't you tell my friends, my clients that are my friends, why don't you tell them who you are and what you do?
Yeah, awesome. Good to meet you. Doug, thanks a bunch, man, for getting me on. Not quite as many years as you, but 16 plus years I've been in the industry. I've been a planner. Clarus Wealth Management here in Fairview. Obviously, as you know, I got clients all over the country, but this is home base. Just trying to help provide some education to folks and help them get to and through retirement.
Awesome. Hey, so kind of the format I like to follow with these, man, I don't want to make them too long. So everybody, if Jason starts talking about something and you'd like to hear more, in a few minutes, he's going to give you all his contact information. We'll probably post it down below. Make sure and reach out to him for, the specifics. There's probably some stuff that you, in your field, you probably shouldn't talk about or can't talk about, just like a marketing type video. So
Right.
If you guys want to know more, make sure and reach out to him. So Jason, do me a favor, man. Why don't you tell me, like, in your opinion, the top 3 things that people need to consider when choosing a financial advisor?
Good question. So first and foremost, when you're doing your research, obviously I'm a little biased to this side of it, but for good reason. I would make sure that you're working with fiduciary. You would think that everybody has your best interest at heart and et cetera, but working with an actual fiduciary planner, they have a legal obligation to do so. There's separate licensing and things of that nature. So just make sure that you're working with a fiduciary. And secondly, I would say don't just go with the first person that you get a warm fuzzy for. You make sure you do your due diligence, interview 2-3 advisors, make sure that you understand how they're going to stay in touch with you, what being a client of theirs really looks like.
So do me a favor, man. Tell me, like, whenever somebody is searching for a fiduciary, how do they know this? Like, how would somebody that doesn't know what you know, how would they know that that's what you are?
Good question, because it's oftentimes folks can wear 2 different hats. Without getting too far in the weeds, a fiduciary is essentially a fee planner. We don't work on commissions. So if you ask a financial advisor, do you work on commissions or can you work on commissions? That's kind of a telltale sign.
Awesome. So, in light of like this whole coronavirus thing that's going on, obviously things are up, down, crazy all over the darn place.
Right.
Dude, has anything changed for you? Like how people can reach out to you, how they choose who to work with, how you reach out to them, and the service you give them? Has anything changed?
Obviously, up markets are a lot more funner, a lot easier phone calls, right? Given the flash crash that we've had here in the last 2.5 weeks, as you know as well, it's a lot of the same. It's a lot of business as usual. I'm just on the phone, making sure that they know I'm here. I'm having the conversation, explaining exactly what's going on, how their accounts are changing, what trades are being made, et cetera. I'm offering a lot like this right here, the video conferencing. Surprisingly, a lot of folks are grabbing on and adapting pretty well. And again, you just want to make that offer with the social distancing that we are going through now. You want to make sure that they're offered. I still have the 3 offices, one out in Chesterfield, Edwardsville, and here in Fairview. They're being sanitized appropriately and all that kind of good stuff for those that just really want the one-on-one, come in and impress the flesh. But yeah, by and large, it's business as usual.
So what would you say is one of the biggest mistakes someone would make, especially in an economy like we're going through right now?
Um, Probably most of the phone calls I've had over the last couple of days are cautionary in that I'm trying to help folks not become emotional investors. The first couple days, week of a downturn like we've experienced, I think a lot of people can understand it and expect it and digest it. But once we hit week two and 30+% down of the overall market, and 24-hour news doesn't help. But you start to get that emotional fear that sets in of, are we going to recover? How bad am I? Am I going to be able to retire, et cetera? And so what happens is we have this urge to sell out once we've lost or once we're in the bottom, and then we don't get back in until we feel comfortable, right? And the challenge there is that the comfort doesn't come until we've been up 5, 10, 15, 20%. And by that point, you lost the recovery. So, my advice is, if you wrote it down, now is not the time to get out. I think based on the last 2 days in the market, I think we've somewhat, we're finding our bottom. We may not be exactly there yet, but we're pretty close, I believe. It's obviously not going to be a vertical recovery. But you're going to be okay by the year end, I think.
Yeah, I've got an economist that I listen to just about every day that helps me, give advice to my clients on should we lock, should we float, what's the market doing? And the one thing that he always says is, we're going to be where we're at, but we won't get there either up or down in a straight line. It's
Right.
going to be very jagged. It's going to be pretty tumultuous throughout these times. So, man, anything else you can think of is just advice wise for people right now?
Yeah. One other topic, you kind of want to find the best opportunity to make lemonade out of lemons, right? So one thing to be wary of, or maybe look into, is a concept called tax loss harvesting. Say that a couple times fast. It's essentially, if you have a position at 100,000 and now it's worth 80, liquidate those positions, but you reinvest the 80. It's the same principal value, but you now realize a tax loss that you're able to take advantage of on your returns. A couple things to be wary of: make sure you're working with a tax professional and/or an investment professional, because there is a wash rule in there. You can't buy the same thing within a certain time frame. So there's some things to be mindful of, but it's a great strategy to be able to capitalize on some tax advantages in a down market.
Well, that right there, my friend, is one reason why we all need people like you, because I know enough to be dangerous, but I don't want to learn all that. So,
Right.
man, well, Jason, I really appreciate you being here today. And guys, like you'll hear me say pretty much every week, I believe that the best way to keep our economy strong is start as local as possible. Jason's a local guy, has been around a long time. Most important, in my opinion, about local is that he truly has to care about his local reputation. So a lot of these online people, a lot of these out-of-state people, when things go wrong, they'll just quit answering their phone. When we're local like we are, we don't have that luxury. So again, if you guys have any questions for Jason, how can they reach you?
Email, phone, website. Jason at claruswm.com, CLARUSWM.com. Again, we'll put all that below. And phone number 618-978-6861.
Thank you again for being here, brother. I really appreciate it. Hey, you guys, stay safe. Your families are in our thoughts and prayers, and I look forward to talking to you all soon. Have a great day.